Checking connection. Ah. Ooh, there we go. Now it's working. Now I see myself. Could you guys see, like, was it working? Or is my phone just a hunk of shit? I don't know. I would like to know. Hello. Hi, everyone. We're back. I'm going to add Jer. Meow, 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 meow. Hi. Hello. Hi, all you sweet people. Ta-da.
Part 2.
Yeah. Take 2.
Take 2.
I kind of hurt because I'm real sunburnt.
For everyone who's just tuning in.
Yeah. Coming to you live. Quarantine. How are you? Like, how is quarantine life for you?
You know, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, and I think we're all kind of having good days and bad days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating a lot of things.
Yes. What's your go-to snack during quarantine? I know you got the popcorn machine. Have you been?
So I ordered a commercial popcorn machine because why not? You know,
Just because.
just because. Period. Go-to snack. Yesterday, I ordered a dozen of Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. Now, let me tell you about this original glazed donuts that I ordered. Postmates ain't shit because normally they're like, what, $10 for a dozen? They're charging like $27 because they know I will do it. And I did it. And I might do it again this week. Like, it still hit. It was still good. So that was yesterday, a dozen of donuts. I mean, it's all willy-nilly. I've done Sour Patch Kids, popcorn.
That's a good look.
I've been making Shirley Temples.
Ooh.
It's like I'm getting creative at this point. It's like my grandma sent me recipes of like pies and cakes.
What?
Like, what is nutrition?
I don't know. We don't know who that is.
Greens? Like, yeah, I don't know. What are you eating?
Everything. I mean, at this point, like, I might eat this water bottle after I drink it.
Yeah.
This pillow. I mean, Drew's kind of starting to look like a snack.
Always a snack. Drew's always a snack.
He's a snack and a snack. He's a snack attack. Snack pack. Wow, that's a lot of words. No, I really I think I intended, like, at the beginning of this, I was like, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life.
Yes.
Use this quarantine in my advantage.
Yes.
By the end of this, I'm going to be like The Rock. No, that's bad. I want to be like Zac Efron in Baywatch. And then,
Prime Zac.
Yeah. Like the real deal Zac. And it didn't happen. I've been eating a lot of pizza. We talk about John and Vinny's.
Yes, John and Vinny's. Shout out to John and Vinny's.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They got it. It's a science over there, John and Vinny's.
Yeah. There was also Joe's Pizza. Was that Joe's?
Joe's Pizza. Yep, Joe's Pizza.
Put me onto that. Check.
What else have I had? Oh, that Chinese place, that little joint I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
Formosa. You got to get on that.
We've got levels to the madness.
Options.
The thing about it is, like, this can be a good thing and a bad thing, but I think you still have time. You know, you have time to do a full 360. You know.
I've got space.
You've got space. Yes, you do.
In my pants, like literal waist space.
Yes.
Got to lose some. All right, let's see if these people can guess what the snack that I eat the most is.
Yeah, someone said Hollywood Watch Party tonight. It's happening. It is.
I'm going to be there.
You'll be there?
I'm going to be live tweeting.
Ooh.
I'm going to be tweeting. I already watched it, but I'll watch it again. You know how it works.
Watch it again. 3-4.
3-4.
We can hang. Quarantine hangs.
Yeah.
Can you please say hi, Ella? Cheez-Its. People are guessing. They know you mess with Cheez-Its.
It's wild.
And milk? You drink milk?
Okay, so that's Nick. So Nick plays Barry in the show, and Nick has a infatuation with milk. It's how he gets into character. It's how he creates Barry. Very, very strange process. He plays the Got Milk theme song in his trailer before he starts. But it works.
By process, you know?
Yes. Yeah, it does. It works. Okay, I have a picture I want to show you, and I'm going to show the world real quick.
Show and tell.
So this is a pre-quarantine adventure that Jer and I had. and it's really funny. And I want to bring it out.
You want to leak it? Go ahead and leak it. What is this?
Don't be a leak. Which one do I want? All right, let's stay.
Johnny Rockets.
We went to the Johnny of Rockets. And,
Wait, that was actually a pretty epic day, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think I hit you up and was like, do you want to go to Dave & Buster's? And you were like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
We went to Dave & Buster's. Well,
But,
first we got Auntie Anne's. First of all, let's get this straight.
Yeah.
I grew up saying
Auntie Annie's.
Auntie Annie's.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
Totally wrong.
Anne's?
Aunt Anne's.
Who is
It's a hot debate. It's a hot debate.
Who is she?
I don't know. Never met
Every
her.
time we went to the mall, Florida Mall, Millennium Mall, you know, it was, you get there, you go get your Auntie Annie's, cinnamon sugar. That's just what they're, or if you're feeling salt, like original
Just fill
salt.
your cup. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get the cup. But I realized recently it's Aunt Anne's.
It hurts.
It hurts. I feel betrayed.
God.
I feel lied to.
I don't know Anne.
I don't know. I thought my auntie was Annie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, we got Auntie Annie's. We went to Dave & Buster's.
I almost ran through a glass door.
You almost ran through a glass door. You
Jeremy
did.
saved my life.
Saved your life.
Yep.
We played air hockey. We balled out.
We did.
And then it was like Johnny Rockets. And
It
that
was right
photo,
there. Yeah.
that woman.
Oh,
who
yeah. She was like,
doesn't work at Johnny Rockets. I was like, can I take your photo? And of course, I'm like, yeah, let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts asking for money.
Yeah. We're like, huh?
Oh, well, no, we just, I don't know, we didn't. Oh, black and white. Wanted.
Wanted. So
then we switched up the pose. Oh, she took a couple. I remember that. It was kind of like a photo session right quick.
And then photo number 3.
We didn't give her money. She walked away disappointed, but then she came back and was like, I'm just going to throw them away anyways.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going home. So here you go. Congratulations. So
shout out to her. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say. Shout
memories last always.
Oh, man. That was a good one. Wanted to do a coming to you first. Johnny Rockets live.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask you a little bit about the show because I, as you know, because I FaceTimed you crying, I loved it. I'm not going to leak anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. But I think it's such an important show because there's so many different messages within the message of what you guys are telling, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think diving into that is such an important thing to have. And a lot of people that follow me in particular, and hopefully people that are, tuning into the show as well, have had a lot of questions about the work and about the job and how you kind of go about doing what you do and what is your process and things like that. But I think one thing that I want to ask that I'll just like throw right off the top was what was the process? Like, how are you approached for this? Like, how did this all come about?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's not even a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
You get so many auditions and,
right.
kind of making self-tapes, going in. And I got this project or this email for this project, Untitled Ryan Murphy Project. I knew who Ryan Murphy was, I have some friends that have worked on his shows,
right.
But there wasn't a lot of information about this specific project. It just said kind of an old Hollywood themed show.
Right.
It was like the character Archie, an aspiring screenwriter. And it was kind of like, all right. And again, the sides that they gave us, and sides are, most times they'll send you, lines from the show. People don't know what sides are. They'll send you lines or a scene from a show and they ask you to prepare. So most times it's from the actual show that you're doing, so you can kind of get a gist of what the character is.
Right.
Anyways, there was no script, so I was just sent these sides that had nothing to do with our show that we created. And they were like, invest in this character and make a good self-tape. So I guess I did all right. And it was like the next day I got a call and Ryan Murphy wanted to offer me this project. Again, we still did not know what it was.
Right.
But long story short, me and Ryan Murphy met. We talked about this revisionist history idea that he had, create, kind of rewriting the wrongs for these people, these underdogs. And I was really, instantly inspired and wanted to be a part of it without even reading the script. I think Ryan Murphy is such a visionary and, has such a staple for an aesthetic.
Yes.
But it felt like, when you're reading projects and, you just want to do stuff that says stuff or that means something to you or that you can connect to. And I really felt connected to this character, to Archie, to Hollywood, to wanting to be a part of the industry. I feel like, we are in that boat now, we're like just on the come up of it all, and so I just thought it was really cool and inspiring, and then the journey kind of began.
Yeah. Were you intimidated at all when you got the information about Archie and kind of his character arc and the direction that it was going to go?
Yeah.
Because it does start out, Archie is obviously a sex worker.
Sex worker.
So how was that something that you took and then crafted that into what obviously we now see on screen?
Yeah, well, one thing I loved about us talking about the sex work was it wasn't looked down upon.
Right.
And one thing about Archie is he is very confident. He is bold. He's daring. He is not ashamed of anything he has to do,
Right.
and he is not ashamed of who he is and what he does to get the things that he needs. I was nervous because I know Ryan Murphy goes there. I was like, the first thing. One of my first questions was like, how much nudity? Because I know there's nudity in most of Ryan Murphy's project, but it's like, how much? That felt like the most vulnerable thing that I could do. And what are my parents going to think, and my mom, and all of that. He was very protective, and it was very collaborative. And again, I just trusted him. We had that initial conversation. He told me what he wanted to do with the show. I felt and I heard his heart and how passionate he was about it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of trust, you just trust that the journey is going to be what it is and you'll be taken care of. And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch and I mean, obviously we've talked so much through the process of you working and then watching the show kind of pre-release a little bit. And how, although that was a major focal point of the character, there was this almost like unrelenting realization that this wasn't the be-all ends-all for Archie, and that it never at any point was he defined by his work at that stage. So it's really cool that obviously you and Ryan have that type of relationship to where you can curate something together and creatively collaborate on something that is pushing story versus defining story.
Absolutely.
And allowing yourself as a character to not be defined in a moment versus the entire arc of the show, which is really, really cool to see. And then obviously I always want to talk way deeper into the season, but like it's only been out for a couple of days, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Leave it at that. Let's see. There's some more that I wanted to ask you about the show. What was it like collaborating with Ryan? And I know obviously you worked with Janet as well, and I'm Janet fangirl.
Love Janet. Janet Mock. If you don't know her, Google her. She's
we had a good time at what
Golden Globes. Golden Globes.
Yeah.
You had a boot. You were wearing a boot.
I wore a boot to the Golden Globes after party.
This is before any of our shows had come out, so we're just kind of just kind of hanging out. No, Ryan is great. I mean, he obviously created Hollywood. He directed episode 1, so he was very hands-on. He's king of aesthetic. He knows what he wants. He's a visionary in that aspect. So it was great. I got to work with Darren Criss, David Cornsfield. I mean, the cast is just so great, and I think you can understand this. Like, it's nothing like just finding that good group of people that are there to make the work good, and also like you can have a good time off camera as well. Right. I felt that love just hanging out with a few of your cast members. And just like good times and such a good vibe, and it makes you excited to go to work. And and then I think on top of that, when you're doing something or breaking the mold, or I think for a lot of us, like at least for me, it was my first opportunity at a TV show. It was my TV debut. So I just felt embraced and loved, and it was like a really, really good time. I was never intimidated. Ryan never intimidated me. Some people asked me that, like, were you nervous? And I was like, I was never scared. But no, he was all love. It was all like such a good vibe. We all wanted it to be, a really special project. I wanted to like articulate that and create that narrative and share that with the world, Yeah, I think it's really cool. And for those that don't know, obviously Jeremy comes from a theater background. He spent a lot of time in New York, 2-time Tony Nom, just to, brag a little bit about the boy. Thanks, so yeah, just plug in a little bit. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, there it is. Plugged it in. No, I think it's really cool to see not only the fact that you came from the background that you did, but also going kind of back to that Ryan being so aesthetically pleasing. I think sometimes, especially in TV, right, when we try to do these timepieces where you're going back to a specific
time in history, it can sometimes feel falsified, right?
Yeah.
And with what you guys did, it was so spot on. Like I'm such a cinema nerd, you know this. Like I look for
Yes.
the
Yeah.
stupidest of details when it comes to this stuff. I couldn't find anything that I was like, that's probably a modern thing, or oh, that's something that you would maybe see in today's day and age. Like it was done all the way down to even the characters and the character development, the movements, the nuances in the characters. It was so beautiful to see a timepiece done in a way that one is fictional, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the most important thing that we have to absolutely touch on is that you guys did a timepiece that was fictional that almost felt like a documentary in the sense that everything was so authentic and organic in the ways that it was, to the point to where you sort of lose touch with reality. And
Yeah.
I think Ryan has done a really good job of that on all of the shows, whether it be, the American Crimes or the American Horror Stories or, whatever have you. But this for me was one of those rare moments where I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm fangirling so hard because it's your show. And you're getting to work with incredible, talented people across the board. Like you were saying some of the cast, but not only that, like it's great to work with people, but to have a world around you that is so grounded in a reality that you lose track of it being a fictional series is
Yeah.
so cool. And I was so happy for you to have that.
I mean,
Kind of
truly,
opportunity.
I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for your support, and
Hmm.
you know, I mean, really, it just blows my mind that we're having this conversation because it's
It's really
like
weird.
to know the journey that we've both been on and the self tapes
Yeah.
that we've sent each other. Like,
Hmm.
hey, is this
Hey, does
good? Should
this
I
suck?
submit?
Like, can you just be honest
Am I
with me? Like,
trash? Question mark.
should I quit?
Yeah, will I
Should I
ever
call it a
work
day?
or no? You know what I
Mm,
mean? And just like
no.
to have this moment, and I remember you telling me about when you booked the show, and that kind of happened so quick for you because next thing I
Yeah.
know, you were like not in LA anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone called.
Oh,
And to
you're
now,
fine.
just I remember like playing your show,
Mm,
and it's like you're narrating the whole thing.
yeah. I'm
First of
like,
all, I'm
hey, Chase.
obsessed. I'm obsessed with the cast. You guys are like, you guys are it. Even in the first episode, in the first 4 minutes of your show, I
Mm,
immediately know who each of your characters are and who you play in each other's lives, and I love that. I feel like
thank you.
I'm already invested. You guys are in this abandoned house. You being so reckless, and then I was just on the ride for the show, and I just thought that was so cool. Obviously, I will support you in everything you do, and it's just been amazing to watch. Stop crying. It's been amazing to just watch people like fall in love with you, your heart, your cast, because it's
Thank you.
authentic and it's genuine, and you guys want to do good work and mean good, and that's just really inspiring and so cool. You like want good people to win, so I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you. It still blows my mind that we both have our shows out and like you dropped yours in 2 weeks
Yeah.
and I dropped mine, and
It makes no sense. I mean, we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but to do it in the fashion that it's being done right now, and then to give a temporary relief to this like crazy pandemic that we're going through,
yeah,
and to do it in the ways that it's been done is just it's almost like you kind of just look up and you're like, is this like when is Ashton Kutcher going to come out and punk
yeah,
me? You know what I'm saying? Like
gotcha.
it just like
No, honestly, it's
um,
crazy.
I just
It's
almost threw my phone at that. I'm gonna
I
be
know,
completely
yeah,
honest.
a joke taken too far.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's insane. It's like I don't really use Facebook like that. I
Mm,
only go on to see what my mom says and
right.
what
Hmm.
her friends are saying.
So like,
But just
where are the
I
old
went on
ladies?
recently, and it was just like all of our high school friends and
Hmm.
people just so proud. Like
Yeah.
honestly, that means the world. It's just and for me
Yeah.
to be on this journey not alone. I mean, you
Yeah.
have your cast, but it's like nothing like having someone who knows you, who's like
Absolutely.
with
Yeah.
you in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
know.
some real shit right there. So
It
I'm so
really is.
it's just cool.
It's bizarre too because you hear about people obviously in the industry who come out of great institutions, whether it's colleges
Yeah,
or like these private art high schools that are highly focused on the arts, whether it's
yeah,
TV and film or theater or even going and looking at schools like USC and UNCW where they like hyper focus on directing and camera operating and stuff like that.
yeah,
But we went to a public high school.
yeah. There was
It's yeah, it's not like we had some astounding theater program or television program
yeah,
that we were immersing ourselves in the craft. It
yeah,
was this weird, like crazy reality that this is just, and this is kind of like a little bit of the motivational side. It was just like there was a dream and there was a consistency that you and I had at a young age, and we knew that it was not going to be a sprint and it was probably going to be a marathon. And we stayed in touch as we both went to opposite coasts.
Yeah.
And here we are, you know, at this point in our lives doing something that both of us are incredibly super blessed to be doing. But beyond the blessed part of it, it's a lot of super hard work and a lot of no's and a lot of, you know, falling down and getting back up. I mean, just to kind of touch on it, Jeremy and I, you know, did a small web series together.
Web series.
Is that 2 years ago? Because we were just like, let's
We were
try
just,
to make
it's like,
content.
and I think that's like, I realized that a couple years ago. It's like all about the community of people you have, you know, because you'll have the ups and downs, you'll have the great successes, and you know, but you, like you said, there is a lot of no's, and you know, working in this business. And I remember like you would be sending me these incredible tapes, and you would be getting so close to these jobs, and I would be like, what is the disconnect like? And I have so many friends like this, but you specifically, is like, I mean, am I crazy? Because the work is there and it's consistent. I would see tapes for different projects, and your range was just incredible. But then we were like, okay, I've got a little extra money. Let's like, I was like, can you come to New York? Let's film this web series.
Right.
Like, I remember at one point I'm like doing a scene. You're like holding the mic.
I'm literally like this.
Yeah. And it's like, but it was like, some of the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah. Just running around the city for what, 4 or 5 days?
4 or 5 days. We like wrote this script in like, you know, in a couple of weeks, and you were so gracious and free around to come and hang and do it. And, you know, it was cool and it was great. And I don't know, I'm so glad we had that experience. You know, to work together. I hope that we get to work together. Some more.
I think it'll happen. I mean,
I think it will.
Put it out to the Netflix gods.
If they wanna... Anybody listening?
Hello, hooty hoo, hooty hoo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's a couple more things I wanted to ask you about your journey in Hollywood. I
wanted to ask you.
Ask me something while my brain is processing at like a, you know, dial-up speed.
Yeah. How does it feel with, you know, it's like your show came out, what, is it 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
We're on the third week? Wednesday. Tomorrow is 3 weeks?
Yeah. Tomorrow's 3 weeks.
How have you been handling all of the madness of it all? Madness and the greatness. I think the madness is, you know, it's like, once your show comes out, it's like you start promoting it. You want people to see it. You know, it's like navigating Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat. It's like all the things that we were kind of on for fun, but now it's like, let's really get the word out. You're seeing the impact of people like latching on. They're discovering you. They're showing up on your page, and you want to tell them like, hey, we're on this great show that's #1. OBX, check it out. So like, how are you dealing mentally with all of it?
I think most importantly, as you know, like I'm a big advocate for mental health, and I've dealt with anxiety on traumatic levels for some time now. And for me, it's about having time to really every day take a moment and breathe. So I'm like heavy in the meditation space right now. Like I use Headspace religiously. Every day I find 30 minutes to just sit. I'll play some music, put my phone down, walk through kind of my emotions so that I feel okay internally, because my thing is like, this is a huge platform, and I'm super fortunate to have a ton of people who have fallen in love with the work that I've done, and now I'm in a position to where I want to connect with all of these people. And if I don't give myself the time of day to come and sort of level out, then I'm not going to give them some authenticity. And it kind of goes back to the work, right? Like if you're not at peace with yourself, or if you're not taking time to really hone in on your conscious on the day that you're working, you're going to feel something off. So on a daily basis, I just know for me, there's certain things that I have to do. So it's meditation, bare minimum 10 minutes. After I meditate, I usually make a cup of coffee. I'll sit around, and then I'll start playing music. I'll just kind of put on a playlist of whatever is on my mind at that time. And I'll take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll just allow my emotions to kind of come. whether it's crying. I mean, I saw somebody earlier joking about me crying for the second time on live in a week. Yes, I'm an emotional guy sometimes. Okay, sue me.
Sometimes I get
Sometimes I get water in my eyeballs. What is going on?
Yeah.
But I think with that, it's sort of like it's such a beautiful problem to have. You know, I think as an artist, right? I was talking about this with Drew last night. You look at people like Van Gogh, who spent his entire life shit broke making beautiful work, and then after he passes, he finally gets the validation from the world that he's so much wanted, right? So we're in a rare circumstance, especially for you and I, to be leading shows on the world's largest provider of content, and to have people not just enjoy the show but really, really dig it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the feedback from Hollywood. Like, I crept on Twitter last night, you know, and I was looking at people and they're like, dude, I really connect with these characters across the board, right?
Yeah.
And the same kind of goes with Outer Banks. Like,
Absolutely.
you guys have done such a great job, and I can justifiably say this for us on Outer Banks too. Like, every character is so nuanced.
Yeah.
Every character has their motive. Every character has their distinct personality traits, and it makes it so easy to connect with each individual person, whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
And so when you have all of these things present, right, and you know that you have something that's beautiful and powerful and moving on different levels, I just want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself first.
Absolutely.
And taking the time every day to do that, so that I don't give something half-assed to the world.
Yeah.
Because I think you and I, we talked last night, literally. We were talking about intent.
Yeah.
An intention to put out to the world. And if you have the right intention, the right things come to you.
Yeah.
And if my intention is off in the morning, or if I start my day on a foot that is not true to what my intention, which is being present for me first and foremost, then I can't give anything to the universe. And I don't want to do any of that. Like, there's days, granted, as we know, you're going to be at 70%. But I want to be able to give 100% of that 70%, no matter what that is. So I think those are some of the things for me that I really, like, I have to do. Like, I know for a fact if I don't do it, I'm not doing it. But what about you?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think you hit it. It's all about like finding that balance of, you know, just taking care of yourself. And that goes across like just right now in this weird and strange time. You know, I found it like check in on people. It's like a reminder how easy it is to like text someone or FaceTime them or call them or just be like, you good? Because like I have good days, I have bad days. I think what helps me low key is the fact that I know everyone's kind of chilling. It's not like one of those days where it's like I'm the one that can't get out of bed and everyone's like hustling and bustling. It's like we're all trying to, you know, trying to figure out how we navigate in this space. But with this, you know, the show coming out and wanting, like you said, to be present, it's just about balance and taking time for yourself. I've done the same thing of, you know, it's like the meditation, but it's also just like sitting with yourself, feeling what you feel when you feel it and know that it's okay. You know, I think at the beginning, it's like I've wanted to connect with all of the support and fans and people that are sending me messages. And it's like, I would get overwhelmed because I'm like, I don't want any one person to not feel like I didn't see or hear them, because I feel like that, I know that is so important. And I remember those moments when someone recognized me or heard what I was saying, or just even if it was a heart or a like or something, it was like, it meant the world. So like you said, that balance of like taking the time to like, I'm going to deep dive, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to connect with as many of you as I can. And then also like not over exhausting myself and burning out, you know? So it's a balance, but I think I'm doing better, doing good, you know, and it's all exciting. It's all a blessing. I think at the end of the day, it's about the work, and I'm so happy that people can just all over the world go to Netflix and watch some really, really special work that we like pour our heart and so much time into, and it takes a village. It's like, yes, it's the front line, yes, it's your main cast, but it's the crew, it's the hair, it's the makeup, it's the stunt double, you know, it's like, it's the stunt, it's so many people that go into making, you know, these projects, and you know, making them seamless and flawless and enjoyable for our viewers. So it's really like a celebration, and I'm kind of glad that I'm sitting down or I'm home to just like enjoy my first and our first, you know what I mean? Like you only debut once and it'll never feel the same. And while we didn't get the big premieres and all the things, it's still cool to just be able to engage with each other and with the fans all over the world. And like, you know, just celebrate this like really cool project that we were so fortunate to work on. For both
I think it's super cool. I mean, you kind of touched on it just a second ago, but like premieres and the glitz and glam of kind of what Hollywood presents to you